The film starts in the style of an interview where Casey and CJ share their life and story of how they ended up swapping bodies. We see Casey as a bum, sleeping with 5 remotes and 1 TV. He sprawls out on the couch watching a movie with worse acting than this one, about a guy who gave up his Olympic fencing dreams for a Christmas tree farm. Seriously, that's the plot. We then learn a little more about Casey and his healthy eating habits, really interesting love life and his close relationship with his brother Roy. We then see CJ being depressed because of a breakup. We also get to see her sister Christina. So CJ works for a company called Versa Corporation for a boss who doesn't know the difference between a merger and a takeover, and needs her to lead in a very important upcoming deal with another company. Casey ends up having a date with a girl named Wendy and runs to get help from Roy because he doesn't know what to do when a hot chick comes over and he needs a wingman. Later Wendy comes over and she plays games while Casey lists all the games he is like a good old nerd. Casey applies for a job at Versa and ends up meeting with CJ. Dude completely blows the interview, then gets mad at CJ for no reason. They both somehow end up reaching for the shredder together and get knocked out, and no one sees this through the clear windows. Seriously, this dude is so focused, he needs a raise. They both end up swapping bodies with each other, not realizing until they meet outside. CJ, in Casey's body, is rightly freaking out about the situation, while Casey immediately accepts this and they decide to be each other without even trying to reverse the swap. So Casey goes to work in CJ's body, being his usual self, sitting through meetings and annoying coworkers, while CJ in Casey's body walks around in yoga pants and wears towels after showers. Eventually Wendy returns for her date with Casey, but he is not around, and Roy, being a total Chad, asks her to throw away his pizza box. On her way out she bumps into Casey and they plan for their date on Tuesday. Meanwhile at the office, Casey in CJ's body hits on dump truck Lisa and gets her to go on a date. While Casey brings Lisa over to his house for a lame date, CJ ends up bringing Wendy to a fancy restaurant. Wendy leaves in anger after CJ suggests that they skip the small talk and get to bed. On the other hand, Wendy is having an amazing time and they return to the house, and Wendy just wants to skip the small talk and get to bed. However, he is unable to perform. Casey and CJ end up meeting at a restaurant where they chat about their encounters. Casey, in CJ's body, gets mad that CJ was making moves on Wendy. CJ ends up running into the girls from the beginning who take his donuts and mock him, causing him to walk back home with his junk swinging all over the goddamn place before going home to cry. The day of the meeting takes place, and Casey in CJ's body totally blows the interview and the client storms off in anger. CJ and Casey then meet and Casey lies, saying that the business deal went well. At work though, CJ learns that the business deal actually went great, but her boss tells her to break things off with Lisa if she wants to keep the job. CJ then fires Lisa for no reason, after she was the one who made a move at her in the first place. Casey and CJ then meet at his home where they both watch TV until Roy comes in to join them. They both confess that they have swapped bodies to Roy, who is not in the slightest fazed and gets them to go back to the office to recreate the situation that caused the swap. They pour water onto the shredder but nothing happens. On their way out they encounter Lisa and they end up giving her her job back. The trio go out to a bar to drink and dance before returning home, where CJ and Casey end up making out and sleeping together. After a while they end up being together and they wrap up the interview telling how much they learnt from each other or grew as a couple. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, so you can watch more movies like this. Thanks for watching.